Valentine's Day. What a stupid holiday. Well, kind of. I mean, if you're dating someone or are married to someone, I'm sure it's really fun to celebrate Valentine's Day. If you have a crush on someone and you're a confident soul, then it's possible for you to walk out of Valentine's Day with a new boyfriend or girlfriend. And if you're me, nothing. You have nothing to do on Valentine's Day except maybe have a Valentine's Day party at school where you watch Disney movies because they won't let us watch anything with curse words because we're in a Christian school. And eat chocolate and drink soda pop. So that part about Valentine's Day is pretty nice. If there's one thing you should know about me is that I'm what you might consider an ambivert. It's basically a mix of an introvert and an extrovert. I'd say I'm like 65% extrovert and then 35% introvert. Like, I can make friends fairly easily. I just start talking to people and then we slowly and surely become friends. But if you make me publicly speak in front of more than 15 people or so I don't know, then I'll probably be able to do it, but not without being absolutely terrified. I have stage fright. But if you think of an extrovert having a crush, you might think that they'd easily be able to tell the person that they have a crush on them. And that's probably true. But me, that's when my 35% introversion comes into the mix. In 7th grade, I had a crush on this girl who, for the sake of this video, we'll call Emma. That's not her name. Looking back, I made it way too obvious I had a crush on her. Like, way too obvious. But that doesn't matter. You see, that's the problem with being an extrovert and having a crush on someone. You'll make it obvious. I would spend my recess with this girl and her friends, message her on Edsby, look it up if you don't know what it is, it's a cool thing. It was a mess. I told 2 people about this crush thing. 2 of my friends. One of them kept it a secret, and the other one didn't. Kind of. My friend, we'll call him Yomi, he would always talk about it and never shut up about it because he would be like, you like Emma. And this, in addition to being obvious as hell, confirmed to some of my classmates that I had a crush on Emma. So anyways, on October 20th, 2021, it was lunchtime. A Wednesday. Yomi was being an idiot and making fun of me for it because I think by now everybody in my class knew about my crush. And then Yomi decided to go to Emma's class and tell her, Christian has something to tell you. So let's pause for a second. This girl probably already thought by now that I had a crush on her, right? So when my friend went to her class telling her that I wanted to tell her something, what do you think is going through her mind? She probably thought that I wanted to confess my crush on her to her. So she comes to my class thinking, because we're in different classes, thinking that I want to tell her something, which I didn't. So she was like, what? And I was like, nothing. And so she left. And let me tell you, I hated my friend for the rest of that day. And he thought it was hilarious, which to everybody but me, it probably was, so fair enough. So anyways, that kind of sucked. But 5 days later, something even worse happened. I was messaging Yomi. It was after school. I think we were playing Truth or Dare. And by the way, I half blame myself for this part of the story. So anyways, I dared Yomi to message Emma on Edsby, telling her that I liked her. Thinking that he would be a good friend and be like, nah, I wouldn't do that to you, bro. I thought he wouldn't do it. But when Yomi gets a dare, as long as he doesn't involve anything weird, he'll do it. So he signed on to Edsby, searched up Emma's name, and wrote her the exact words verbatim. Christian likes you. I'm JK. It was a dare from Christian to tell anyone he likes them. I think he sent that first message with the intent for it to be just that, but then he covered it up. But then guess what Emma responded with? She said, look, I know he likes me. Iris showed me text. For context, Iris, fake name, was a girl who was in her class. She moved schools in like November, but basically she found out I liked Emma because I was being obvious about it to her in messages. And let's not talk about how exactly Iris found out. But I guess Iris showed Emma the messages where I admitted I liked her. So I was dumb and also very new to Snapchat at that time. So I saved every chat with every person. I hate my past self for that. Anyways, on October 31st, I was getting ready to go trick-or-treating. I messaged Emma saying, so, are we still friends? And she said, sure. So I was happy, and I thought everything would be back to normal. But no. She kind of started avoiding me. And since I still kind of had a crush on her at that point. It kind of sucked, but whatever. So nothing really happened for a few more months. I mean, she hated me. I got over my crush on her. It was okay. Then came Valentine's Day. Wow, this seems like it could cause a lot of problems. I mean, it's quite literally the day of love. Yeah, you're right. And it did cause problems. For me only. On Valentine's Day of 2022, it was either really cold or raining in my area, so instead of going outside for recess, the teachers took us all to the gym, which is just 2 basketball courts. The girls in Emma's class just stayed in their classroom, and I went to the gym and just sat down with my friend and talked, while we were watching Yomi play basketball. Then Emma's friends came into the gym and told me to come with them. So I walked out of the gym, and they told me that I should ask out Emma. I mean, I guess if I was going to do it, Valentine's Day would have been the perfect day to do so. But I didn't, because by then I'd gotten over my crush on her. So they were telling me, now's your chance, and told them no, because 1, she despises me, and 2, I don't like her anymore. They kept pushing me to try to ask Emma to be my girlfriend, but I kept resisting because I wasn't interested. Then later that day, I wanted to prove I didn't like her. So I don't remember when it was, but both my class and her class weren't in our classrooms. I think we went to the music room for music class because both classes have music together, and I went to go get my water bottle or something. And since I was still kind of annoyed, to prove I didn't like Emma, I got a post-it note from my desk, wrote, "You loser" on it, and stuck it to Emma's desk. Now, this is very important. If you're in this kind of situation, I handled this very badly. I mean, she didn't technically do anything, but because her friends were being a little bit annoying that day and pestering me about my previous crush on her, I, for some reason, took it out on her, and I acknowledged that was kind of stupid. Anyways, later that day, I'd already regretted writing the note, so I messaged her friend who I have on Snapchat, let's call her Author, asking her if I made Emma upset. She said no, she didn't think so, but their other friend was kind of pissed off at me. I asked her if she could tell Emma that I said sorry regardless, and she said she would. Next day, February 15th, I'm outside for recess chilling with my friends. Then Author yelled my name and told me to come. But Emma and the other friend, we'll call her Pam, were shushing her. So she yelled, never mind. She was probably calling me so that I could apologize myself, but I guess Emma didn't really care or want to talk to me. And thankfully, that's where the story ends. That experience was interesting. And as for right now, me and Emma are just acquaintances. I don't think she really hates me anymore, but we're not really friends either. I only see her in gym class and music class, and occasionally in the hallways and at recess. But you know what? That's fine, because I guess I can make the moral of this story. People aren't always gonna like you, and that's okay. Or I could make it be nice to your crush. I don't know, screw Valentine's